Hey there. It's been quite a while, I realize that, but I just wanted to give you a brief update since the last time. Not really a lot has happened, unfortunately, with the van conversion here, but let me just give you an update anyway. This is the eCamper project. So since my last video, I've been working quite a lot with the Danish authorities on getting approval for my vehicle, getting them to approve in advance what it is that I'm trying to do with the vehicle. I do have some very specific needs for this conversion, as I've mentioned in my previous video. It's not really that simple in Denmark, unfortunately. It is a very complicated process when you are trying to convert a commercial vehicle into a private vehicle, and in this case a private camper vehicle. So I've been dealing a lot with that lately, and it's been a mail correspondence back and forth with the different authorities. There are two different authorities in Denmark. Well, there are several, but in this case there are two that I'm dealing with. One of them is pertaining to all of the taxes that I'm going to pay on the vehicle, and they're in charge of the taxation and the registration fees and so on. And then there's the technical authority as well, which handles more of the things that you can do on the conversion side. So, for example, taking down this partition that I've already done. It is a gray area when you take a commercial vehicle and remove the bulkhead. But also I use them to consult with in regards to what I can do with the vehicle and what I cannot do with the vehicle. And it's really quite impossible to get a clear answer on that. I'm not denied what I'm trying to do. I'm just not getting allowed to do it. So there's no specific prior approval that I can get for this. So I have to do all of the conversions that I want, and then I have to get it MOT'd, or get it to syn, it's called in Denmark. So this is a formal inspection that you're doing, and you need to go to an inspection site, and then a technical person will look at the vehicle and he will approve it or disapprove it. According to the rules and regulations that he has to look up. That was also one of my troubles when I was looking into this. I have read a lot of documentation on what you can and what you cannot do with this vehicle, and it's just impossible to get a clear answer. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to do this. I'm going to install windows in it. I'm going to install the side parts in it. I'm going to do a max fan in the ceiling as well. And then after that's done, I can get onto the insulation part. So we can just take a look at it here from the side. And as you can see, it's pretty empty at the moment. And these are the long sleeper side parts that I've bought. They are custom made in Germany, and I'm expecting to get them fitted here in about 3 weeks time. So that's going to be really great, and they are going to fill out basically this entire panel that you can see here. And then this panel here is going to be filled out with the Dometic windows here. These are the Dometic Pure Win S10 windows. So this is a new offering from Dometic, and it's going to be the what's it called? The push out, or it's not going to be the sliding window, because we have a lot of rain in our climate. So I prefer not to have that in the vehicle. And then the smaller ones for the rear doors here. And once that is installed, I can get on with doing the insulation and doing the flooring afterwards, and then I can start building actual furniture inside the vehicle. So as I mentioned, we're going to have a transversely mounted bed, a double bed in the rear, and then in this area here in the front, we're going to have a bench seat and a little table. So that table is going to be stowable, so we can actually convert the bench to a kids sleeping area. That's the plan, at least. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm not really on a final design on that yet. So yeah, I've bought all of this, and actually I bought this more than half a year ago. So yeah, it's been a while, and yeah, I was really frustrated with the Danish authorities, so that's why there haven't been any updates lately. And actually, during several occasions in this project, I actually thought maybe I shouldn't do this project at all. And maybe sometimes it seems like that's what they really hope for, that you just scrap it and don't continue with your project, because they're not very helpful at the Danish authorities. unfortunately. But I'm very stubborn. That's the way I am, and I want this done. And it's going to be with the approvals that I can get for it. And if there's something that they think is not within the technical spec of what is allowed in Denmark, then they need to be very specific about it. And then I will, of course, mitigate or remediate that. But other than that, I'm just going to continue with my project here. So obviously, it looks like just a blank white commercial van, and that is what it is at the moment. At least installing these windows and side pods, it's gonna change the whole appearance of the vehicle quite a lot, and I'm really looking forward to that because as I mentioned, I've had this vehicle for what is it? It's been I think I've had the vehicle for around 9 months now, and it still looks the same. But actually found an installer in Denmark that is willing to do some of the cutting out of the panels and installing the windows. So I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously there will be an update once that is done. But as I mentioned, this was just going to be a brief update, and hope to see you soon. Bye.